World Cup is not fun.
Hey, hustle up. We got an hour left. Grab the pod, get back on the field. Let's go.
Something that requires this much sacrifice, worry, and work is not about fun. At the airport, praying the TSA didn't rip you off, it's strange to see the baggage carousel so crowded with gear bags. It's like you've stepped into a world where people understand what you do.
It's World Cup, so whatever happened all season doesn't even matter.
So much is built up before you get to this event, not just the fact that it's a national event, but mainly because it's the end of the season.
We're getting fucking chopped up right now, it's ridiculous.
The most important things in these breakouts is knowing where your shots went and letting the person who's shooting at you know where his shots went.
Tonight we've got a team meeting. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna try to smooth things over with everybody, try to calm emotions, try to bring everybody from way up here to kind of down here.
After the Wednesday practice, you're in a Kissimmee rental home, crowded around a slice of paper busy with colored shapes for the last time this year, trying to keep the superstitions in check and believing you'll all play as good or better tomorrow, and wondering how you're gonna sleep tonight.
Going into the World Cup, I felt that our biggest challenge was going to be mental, off the field, not on the field.
We're all feisty, so like it's right before tournament, but all put a lot of stress on each other. So, and it just gets out of hand, and one person will get another person who didn't mean it by that, and back and forth. And
If you're negative here and now at this practice, you're not cut out for competitive sports. That's it. If you're here practicing with your team at the World Cup and you're still being negative, you shouldn't be playing competitive sports.
we really self-police ourselves at a decent level, but could be better for sure.
Instead of talking about the field and breaking down things that are actually going to progress the team and possibly give us a win, we're talking about, managing player emotions, trying to keep the team together, putting out fires, the shit you shouldn't be doing.
On the field, we know how to play. We play well with good technical players, but it's much more, at least with the Bandits, probably with most other teams, it's how you put the whole thing together, how you respond to adversity, how you get knocked down, whether you get back up. And that was something Benny was always good, keeping people on message and keeping people calm and focused. And I thought the challenge for World Cup was really going to be how we dealt with not having Ben on the mental side of the game.
1, 2,
An elephant in the parking lot giving rides,
6, 7,
a drum line competing with the field noise,
12,
more tents, more faces, and in the pit they are all unfamiliar, all hostile, here for the same thing. Every division is bloated with glory hunters who've been in hiding all year, waiting for October. You slug your bag across swamp path grass, and there's a blurred voice on distant speakers, bad dubstep, buzzers all the time, guns dry firing all around you, beeping in the chronos, everyone riding the 300 line. In every pit there is screaming, because this is not the end of the year, this is the year, and it is louder here than any regional, than anything else anywhere.
3 minutes.
You have to remember to talk, and the game plans, to keep your feet facing downfield, to load gun up, and to stay calm when it isn't easy, because it's never easy. You sink into the routine of getting ready, happy to grab paint, to smell paint. You are grateful for the familiar touch of the pads, the grip of the gun molded by your hands only, and cigar smoke, and for the voices of your teammates, the familiar accent in this thick babble. You want to play the first point so you can stop thinking about everything and just play paintball.
Baby. Hey, we can take these boys. We're the best down. Confident.
Confident.
No pressure whatsoever. We're gonna go out here and play the fucking paintball we did all season long, boys.
Oh,
Alright?
baby.
They're gonna be in the fucking pocket. Let's get wide and let's put them in the fucking dirt. Alright?
Hey, it's whoever makes the fucking mistake first, and then we capitalize, okay?
Oh, yeah. Let's go, boys. Pump it up, boys. Have faith in the guy next to you.
Communicate.
1, 2, 3,
Family.
Stomp your your way through the first match and you want to skip to Sunday because there's no way anyone can touch this.
The only thing that can really trip you up is if you let the game get inside your head. Right now you look like you're in a big space. Stay here. Just stay right where you are.
Guys, they're gonna push the shit out of the pocket.
Let's take a step back. Start off with a strong breakout. Make sure you're getting your lanes up. We know the bounce shots, we know the blind shots. We're not hitting anybody off the break. So start off just focusing on a solid breakout. After that, the only people on that side of the field who move are the Dorito side guys, and then the giant guy who's fatter than me who comes up the middle. If you get one body off the break, if it comes off the Dorito side, they're going to camp on you. Anything else, you know what they're going to do. Everybody's camping except for the Dorito side is pushing.
Yeah.
Get a solid breakout. Get a body or two off the break. Focus on the lanes that you know work because we've done them 2,000 times.
You can focus up on that D side and get one of those guys.
After that,
all
don't
day.
do too much, don't do too little. Just play paintball. We beat these guys in Virginia. You're better than these guys. Just play.
Why do you want to play heads up? What the fuck just happened? I couldn't shoot it. I couldn't shoot it.
He was. Hey, it's over.
Do you guys not remember Cleveland? Listen. Hey.
Losing a lead is the easiest thing in the world. It happens in the space of one deep breath. By the end of the exhale, the score is tied and everyone is flipping out, and it feels like you're already losing, and then you are losing. Where is our coach? Where is our calm? Didn't we say we wouldn't do this? Didn't we promise each other we wouldn't? These are empty questions in the gap between points, the thoughts that seem to seal the loss concretely in the past. And now you have to win both matches tomorrow. Feels like everyone has to win both matches tomorrow.
When we're in, one game tournament, have a short memory, fuck everything that's happened up to now, go out and do our job.
We just gotta do what we gotta do to get in.
Two days of meetings and drinking, time to kill, and spilling the shit that has been boiling all year long, hiding under the belief that on Sunday, this Sunday, everything would come together. You can huddle up all you want. You can vow that next year it ends differently, it all goes right, and that you will grow from this, that these are the setbacks that make the payoff sweet. No one knows how they really feel about next season until they go home. Back to the world where no one cares, and not everyone comes back.
We fucking lost. You always regroup after a loss. We need to change a lot of attitudes on the team. We need to change the team attitude, kind of.
We are going to drop blue and get back to one squad. We're going to remove ourselves from local competition. The roster will be smaller. So last year we had a 14-person roster. Next year we will have 10 or less.
It's hard to operate and be the best when you're doing two different teams. So we're just going to try to focus on one team and be the best team we can be next season.
I think all year talking to players about things that they needed to change fell on deaf ears because we were beating everybody in the NEXL. We were beating everybody in Foxball. We had that great event in Virginia. And you're sitting there telling people that even though everything looks good, everything's not really good, but nobody listened. Then we get to World Cup, get our shit stomped. We go to Foxball, we get our shit stomped. We go to the NEXL and we lose to the Hurricanes. and all of a sudden people are willing to listen, and having that open-mindedness and that ability, that willingness to listen to what needs to change off the field, I think will ultimately help us or kill us. I mean, if we can't get it right, we're dead. If we do get it right, then I think this is a team that could be competing in D1. Maybe not necessarily competing to win, but competing.
Everyone, we got to be doing this together.
And these, so I think once we get to this beast,
Guys, we're doing this together.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Be ready to have this conversation. Okay, beast mode, the guy in the beast is the widest guy. Okay, I've got the beast. Okay, so that means the guy in the 3 can do something else. We're down in Taneytown, Maryland. It was really the closest place we could go to where there wouldn't be snow on the ground, and we could pretty safely plan on that. So the guys here had planned a really big practice with all the best teams on the East Coast, so that's why we came down here, just to practice with the best and to practice outside.
It's like with every team, you take some steps forward, you take some steps back. And this year builds on last year, next year builds on this year. It's a very long journey, and you can't be too focused on where it's going to end. You never know where it's going to end. You have to enjoy doing it day to day. You have to enjoy coming out to practices. You have to enjoy giving up everything you give up to try to get better at this sport.
Last year, we just kind of got really stuck in some bad patterns, so we've been trying to make changes to bring a better energy, more productive work ethic, and really trying to work smarter than harder.
Last year when we had 2 teams, it was like a competition between those 2 teams. We didn't have like a common goal to get better as like a whole unit and try to get to Division 1. And this year I feel like we all have that same goal: win an event, get to Division 1, and then eventually, if we can, pro.
Been running teams since 1995. It doesn't change that much. Whether you're doing a national team or a local team, a D1 team or a D5 team, you're doing the same things. You're practicing, you're having meetings, you're trying to get better, and you're just continuing to try to get to that next step. And when you get to that next step, you continue trying to get to the next step.